Hey guys, what is going on? It's Amy again with the Bargain Mama, and oh my gosh, like, I know everyone when they don't do videos, they're like, oh, I was so busy, so I'm not even gonna say it, but I've been busy. I've been so busy. And so you're also going to get a lot of glimpses of my steering wheel, so I hope that you're okay with that. This video is going to be like what is upcoming in the next 2 weeks and what have I been doing the past 2 weeks. I haven't made videos, and just kind of a life update. It's gonna be exciting, so don't click off. I promise it's gonna be exciting. My life is never dull for some reason. So today is Saturday and I'm going to upload this today. I wanted to do a Dollar Tree haul before I left my house, but it just didn't happen. And so I am off to bartend at the Rito racetrack, the horse races. We have been very lucky. If you watched my vlogging from last year, it was very unfortunate. We had several horse deaths and it was extremely sad, and I believe that also that they should shut it down. And although I don't like any deaths, I think this is week 4 or 5 that we've been working and there was only one death. I mean, none. It's like none would be better, but I mean, compared to last year, I believe this far in we already had 5 deaths. It was horrible. So one of the guys, I asked what they're doing this year, because like, I mean, obviously like everyone wanted the tracks shut down, so I was like, well, what did you guys do differently? So Tucson, after this, it's a test pilot thing, this thing will go to New York, and apparently it's like a monitor that goes inside the horse's blanket that's on him, and I guess it can tell like if the horse misses a beat, if something weird. And first I thought, well, maybe it can tell the heartbeat and stuff, but it's only in the blanket. And so I don't think it's close enough to get a heartbeat or anything. But the steward of the horses was explaining to me that it's like a device that goes in every one of the horses' blankets that's getting ready to race. And it shows data and sends it through to his office, and then it shows like if the horse is in distress. But because it is only in pilot mode and like it's not even approved yet, they can only suggest to the owners that they pull their horse. They cannot force them to. But I believe that it's working, because the first weekend last year, I believe it was 4 deaths we had in one weekend. This year, I believe there was at least 10 horses pulled. So in my belief, we would have had almost the same amount of deaths, if not more, if that device was not doing something. So when they pull the horse from the race, it means the owner brings it there ready to race, but either the veterinarian or the owner or the rider or this machine gave them an idea to pull the horse that it was not well enough for it or whatever. So I want to figure out more of what this device does. He was talking about like if it skips a beat, it tells you if something's wrong, and not like a heartbeat, like if it trots wrong or something. But I thought it was so interesting, and he said when it leaves here, it's going to New York. So I thought that was pretty cool. And so I think that's interesting. Like I said, I'm on week 4 or 5, so there's enough of that. Let me tell you. So, and then another thing. So I'm going to Mexico in 1 week from today, and so I've been practicing on getting my eyebrows to not look like my 12-year-old niece drew them on, which she probably could do better. So today was my first day, which took me forever. And then, y'all, I am going to wear fake eyelashes. So years ago, my sister bought me fake eyelashes, and they had the magnetic eyeliner. And so I was like, oh, I wonder if those still work. And so, y'all, I had to use pliers to get the eyeliner open today. And yeah, it's no good. No, like it's been 3 years. It was no good. But I was hoping it was all stuck to if I can remember, I'll add a picture in. Because I sent a picture to my sister and I said, so this is no good anymore? Probably not. You know what? While we're driving, I don't know. It's not very busy, and I hate to do it, but on a different note, if you all knew, it might have been more than 2 weeks, might have been about 3 weeks ago, here in Tucson, we had like a nitric acid or something spill in close to my house. semi driver apparently was from Nevada, and something happened. It was Valentine's Day, so I don't know when, but I believe it was Valentine's Day. Hit the median. He had his dog in his passenger seat, and he hit the median and flipped the semi. But there was like nitric acid inside of the semi. You all, first of all, it doesn't snow in Arizona, okay? It never snows. It snowed that night, but because of how the air was, and I will definitely insert pictures on this one, if I can't figure out how to do it here, no, what I'll do is I will insert them. So as we get closer, I'm going to just really quick turn the camera around and show you like how it looks right now. You can't really see it, but I'm worried about how they fix the solution, like fix the problem. But anyways, it was like gusts of orange air coming up into the environment, and you couldn't keep your we couldn't turn our heaters on, and we couldn't turn our air conditioners on, which, let me assure you, us people in Arizona, when it snowed, we were not trying to have our air conditioners on. But we could not put anything on because for us personally, I don't know how it normally works, but our air conditioner and heater sits outside, and so I guess it sucks in the air from outside or whatever, and so it was so hazardous to breathe that you were not allowed to have any outside air in. We were not allowed to open the doors. Like, I was like, how are my dogs supposed to go to the bathroom? Which worried me because, yeah, I'll stay inside and open the door, but they're going outside. And then I read something about in Ohio, I guess like 2 weeks before that or something, a hazardous train flipped over, and the dogs were just like keeling over as soon as they walked outside. I don't know. I haven't researched that too much. I just know what happened here. And I was so scared for my dogs, like for myself too. And so my 17-year-old, it happened that on that day that happened, both, I'm going to pick up my phone for a second because I just want to turn it around when we get there, and then that'll be it. But so what happened was, it was my father-in-law was rushed to the emergency room and had to have a catheter done. And my ex-father-in-law on the same day had already had open heart surgery scheduled. And so they were both in town. We live a little bit on the outskirts of Tucson. So my 17-year-old, his dad had came into town from Las Vegas. So he was trying to travel to there and got stuck in the mess. They shut I-10 down. And I think I-10 runs through the whole United States. And if I-10 shuts down, it is a royal mess. Like, I-10 shutting down is what is probably like the worst thing that a semi-truck driver could ever experience. And so what happened, so he was stuck in it, but he couldn't use his air conditioner because it was outside air. But at the same time, it was cold outside, but Arizona heat is like no other. So he was inside of a car with no air conditioning and his windows rolled up with the sun pounding down on him. And he was like, Mom, I'm so hot. I don't know what to do, but I tried to roll down my window and I can't take the smell. It's giving me a headache. But he couldn't get out of the mess, which was the scariest thing. Like, he absolutely could not get off anywhere because it was just at a total stop. And like, I mean, the pictures, like I said, are insane. I'm trying to stall until I get there. So anyways, it was out into the air. There was a stay-at-home order issued from like 2 p.m. to like 8 p.m., I believe. And then they lifted the stay-at-home order. But first of all, let me tell you, when this alert went off on my phone, like somebody had just been kidnapped next door to me. Like, I couldn't even believe it. Hold on one second, because anyways, I'm not even looking at my phone, so I hope that you guys can see it. Oh, that's not it. Okay, so we're not even there yet. I think the road work is maybe because of that. I don't know, but we'll notice it. There's no way that they took down the orange cones and stuff already, but we'll just keep going this way for right now. So I think, oh yeah, it's coming up right now. So let me just show you. So this is on Valentine's Day, where I think it was nitric. It's whatever acid is in fertilizer. So let me just try to zoom in a little. So this is what I believe that truck right there is pulled over because of it. So this is what it is now, and we're like weeks and weeks and weeks later. So around and set you down so that I can, thank goodness for cars that know what they're doing. But anyways, so that spilled over, and that on Valentine's Day, I believe. Unfortunately, the truck driver died. The dog that was in the passenger seat lived but escaped because he got so scared when the truck overturned and crashed, so they couldn't find him. Like 2 days later, I believe it was, they found him, and the dog is fine. They returned him to his owner, or to the owner's wife. But unfortunately, the truck driver did die. And they showed pictures of the semi, you guys. I just can't believe it. Like, I just don't know if there was a blowout or what happened, but you all, like, this semi truck looked atrocious. Like, it just broke my heart. So anyways, what happened was all this lifted into the air. There was like, when I show you guys the pictures, actually, hold on, I'm going to stop us real quick and then restart so that I can try to remember to insert the pictures right here. Okay, we'll see if I remember why I stopped and started. But so if you saw those pictures, those are like orange gases like escaping from the back of his truck. And from what I understand, there's a hair somewhere. From what I understand, it's like what's in fertilizer, and it's horribly unhealthy. And let me tell you, it smells atrocious. It smells so horrible. So from like 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. there was a stay-at-home order, and then we got, and everyone's phones were going off like crazy. And then we got an alert from the schools saying that there would be a late start the following day. So then about 4 a.m., all the phones went off again, and apparently the stay-at-home order went back into effect, and schools were all canceled. And I guess what happened was when they tried to move the semi, the gases started to escape again and going into the air, and it was just horrific. Like, I can't even imagine trying to be these people that were trying to get rid of this. Like, I'm sure this doesn't happen every day, and I'm sure these people are trained for it, but I'll tell you another story. Let me tell you about, like, trained for things. We had a fire. It wasn't a fire drill. It was an actual fire at one of my residences at the place I work. Your training went out the window. This girl's running through all the rooms screaming, like one of the staff members. But so that's what I'm saying. Like, everyone trains for things, but when it actually comes down to it, like, you're kind of like, oh my gosh, like, this is a real moment. And you don't train that when you go to move the truck, that it's going to start coming out into the air again. So let me just say right now, this was supposed to be like a life vlog, but we'll just put this one as what the nitric acid spill in Tucson, and then I'll do another video later, because it was just crazy to me that this happened, and I don't want to just be like, oh, so there was a nitric acid spill, and see you guys later. No. So anyways, that night, so then at 4 a.m. they reissued the order, because when they moved the truck, it started going out into the air again. And then I don't even know the next day when they lifted it, because I went to work. But when I went to work, I take small roads to work. Not small roads, but I don't take the interstate because it's just too chaotic. But I had not gotten something the day before, and I had just thought, oh, I'll just get it at Walmart tomorrow. Y'all, Walmart was closed, okay? So when Walmart is closed, there's something wrong, okay? Like, I guess not anymore, but that Walmart used to be open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Nothing stopped it. I mean, y'all know Black Friday, everything, like, nothing stopped this store. But, so they were closed. And then I looked, like, the whole parking lot was a skeleton. And it was that moment that I started getting this eerie feeling, because I was like, what the heck? Like, all of a sudden, like, it dawned on me, and I looked around, and you could just see semis for miles, like, trying to drive on these smaller roads because they couldn't be on the interstate anymore, stopped in like doubles on the side of the interstate, on the sides of the street, because they couldn't get through I-10. So why not just take a nap? Y'all, I was just like, it was like the most eerie feeling I've ever had in my life. And I was like, okay, this is creepy. So I start heading to work. Again, I take kind of smaller roads to go to work because I do work 45 minutes away, but the interstate is and that day it was definitely a no, but I don't take it anyways. So as I start driving to work, I realize there's a lot more traffic on this road, because, so these small roads are not built for semis, are not built for that much traffic, because I-10 takes up most of that traffic. And so there was a lot more traffic on this road. And it was just like I said, like, we had that the night before. My son's school was canceled. I was worried about everything. Walmart was closed. My life was over. And so as I'm driving, side of the road. Y'all, it was a Chips Ahoy truck. I debated for about more than 5 seconds if I could outrun the cops that were standing there. Because I was like, my morning has been horrible, and I know that truck is full of Chips Ahoy. Like, I debated it, and then I thought, no, not for 1 second could I outrun anyone, let alone them. But I couldn't, like, run? No. Like, I would have to drive my car up in there, steal the cookies, and then make a run for it in my car. Like, running for me just wouldn't have happened. So, but yeah, like, all jokes aside, there was another semi flipped over on the side of one of these other roads because, again, they are not built for semis. So that, I was just like, oh my gosh, like, it was just such a bad day, and I'm not complaining at all, like, because this gentleman lost his life. So it was horrible. You see, like, what they did with it. So this is my question with the end result. You saw that I just showed you what happened, right? They put dirt over it. So Arizona gets monsoons like no other, and we have gotten more snow than I have ever seen, and they said in more than 30 years this is the most snow that we have ever gotten. So when water hits dirt, it absorbs into it. So my question is, our plan is to just let it go down into the water systems and into the ground? Like, that's just odd to me. Like, so when you look at the video that I showed you of where it is, on the other side of the interstate is where they dug all the dirt up from and put the dirt over the issue. But I'm just like, I understand that you don't want those pores up into the air, so if you start digging that dirt up, the pores might get in the air. But I feel like at least at that point, it's much safer than just throwing some dirt over it. It's like if you make a mistake and you just throw, what is it, like putting gold on? Ah! You guys left me. You all left me. Probably. That's how my family feels. They're like, we're out, Amy, you talk too much. But that's my question. Like, so is it okay that it all now drains down into the water system and into the ground? Like, that is exactly their plan. Like I said, that they did not take anything from the ground. They took dirt from the other side and put it over that. And that's their plan. And it's just been like that. And they just keep, I guess, wetting it down. I'm hoping they wet it down. I've never seen them, but I was like, oh, okay, well, that's just putting gold on poop. Like, eventually, we're all gonna be affected from it anyway. So why not just try? Like, I feel like if you're going to have drills and all this stuff, like, there should be a drill of where are we going to dispose of this waste if something like this happens. Like, I get there's probably never been an issue like that here, so they wouldn't know. So they're like, learn from your mistakes. But I feel like that mistake should be learned from now because, oh, sorry about the glare. Okay. So I just feel like, you learn from that very early because common sense to me tells me that that's going into the ground system and that we're all going to regret it later. Just crazy to me. So anyways, yeah, that's their plan. That's how it's been left. That's exactly what we're doing with it. So yeah, who cares, right? It's fixed for now. But if you have ever been in Arizona during monsoons, actually no. So we've been in our house for almost 2 years, so not last summer, but the summer before that. So a year and a half ago or something, in my videos, you will see like how bad the monsoons get here. And there's no doubt in my mind that will absorb into the ground in the first monsoon. Like, our monsoons are insane. So it will absorb the first monsoon. So I'm guessing that they're going to start testing the waters like by the end of the year, and they're going to start seeing it in there. But yeah, I'm not sure. I thought about like calling the city and asking them their plan, but then I thought, like, excuse me, I don't want to be that person. But then I'm like, I'm that person that might be drinking it. And then, like I saw in Utah, I think is where the train went over, they were telling people just buy bottled water. We drink bottled water, but a lot of people, that's an extra income or like money out, whatever, like spendage that they don't have. So you're just saying that people that can't afford bottled water now just die? Like, is that how we're killing off people in the earth? It's insane. I'm not trying to go down that road. But like I said, that was firsthand, like, we lived through it, and it may not seem like a big thing to other people, but it was crazy, and it was very, very scary. Like, if you opened your doors and smelled the smell that they had to evacuate the homes that were the closest. It was crazy. It was like something I'd never seen. And like I said, when I went to work the next day, I didn't really get the full effect the first day. I was like, okay, like, we can't, whatever. But, and also I didn't know the man died, so don't think I was thinking whatever. But then, like I said, after the next day, when I saw like I-10 shut down, which I've never seen in my life, like, I got the eerie feeling. I saw the semis, like, the road just was insane. Like, it was crazy. But this is going to be a very long video, and I'm very sorry, but like I said, I mean, it was national news. It was scary as heck for us. I mean, we're fine, and I think everyone around it is fine for now, but like I said, we'll see when it hits the ground system. But with that being said, I'm sorry that I got off into this little rant. But yeah, it just really bothers me how they cleaned it up. So anyways, I will have an actually life update, maybe on my way home or something, because this one didn't go as I had planned. So I am headed to work, and then I will do at least a life update so you guys know what upcoming videos are coming up this week, and then my Mexican vacation next week, or in a week exactly from tomorrow. Anyways, so if you guys have, like, maybe I'm totally wrong, if you guys know, like, oh, it's not going to absorb into the ground or something, like, they didn't put anything under, like, the dirt. You know, some people are like, well, maybe they put a barrier. No, people, there's no barrier. It's the dirt that was there, the acid spill, and the new dirt, like, all together mixed. So yeah, it's like making a cake and it totally tasted like crap, so then you tried to fix it, and if you've ever tried to fix a cake or anything baking that tasted like crap, it still came out tasting like crap, maybe even worse. That's how this is coming out. Like, I'm like, that's how we're gonna fix it. So anyways, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video. It was crazy for us. That's definitely not why I wasn't posting videos, but I just wanted to talk about this because, yeah, it was crazy firsthand. It was pretty scary. So I hope that you guys have a great day. I'm gonna go work at the races and watch the short little jockeys jump up on the horses, which is my favorite part. Whoa, coming around the corner. So all right, guys, I hope that you have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.